that nothing happens by accident, and yet the timing of it all seems almost mysterious. That is no coincidence. Life speaks to us in whispers, in signs, and in moments of clarity that are perfectly aligned with our readiness. Today, we are going to explore why this video has found you at the right time, why the challenges, the waiting, and the preparation you have experienced are not random, and how understanding the rhythms of your own mind and soul can illuminate the path forward. Through the lens of psychology and the understanding of the self, we will uncover the hidden forces guiding you, the preparation shaping you, and the perfect timing awaiting your action. You see, life is not a random series of events. It is a rhythm, a pattern that moves beyond our understanding, a dance in which every step is orchestrated for a purpose. Often, we feel frustrated when things do not happen on our timetable, when doors seem closed, when opportunities slip past us. We ask ourselves, why now? Why not sooner? Why me? And in these questions lies a fundamental misunderstanding of the nature of time and destiny. Timing is not our enemy. It is a force far wiser than our limited perception. It is not about coincidence, nor is it about chance. There is an intelligence in the unfolding of our lives, a careful design that ensures we are presented with exactly what we need when we are ready to receive it. Think for a moment about a seed buried in the soil. From our perspective, nothing is happening. We water it, we wait, we worry. We imagine that perhaps it will never sprout. Yet beneath the surface, transformation is taking place. Roots are growing, preparing to anchor the plant, drawing nutrients from the soil, strengthening themselves to support the bloom that will come. If the seed tried to emerge before the roots were ready, it would fail. If it rushed itself in anticipation, it would break under the pressure of the world above. But the seed waits, and in waiting, it becomes prepared. Life functions in much the same way. There is no need to rush. No need to force what is not yet ready. The right time will come, and when it does, you will be prepared in ways that you cannot even imagine. Many of us suffer because we see the world only in terms of what is immediate, what is visible, what is tangible. We are impatient with the invisible work being done within us. We measure our lives by milestones, promotions, relationships, recognition. And when these do not arrive on schedule, we feel defeated, inadequate, or overlooked. But what if we viewed our lives differently? What if we understood that the moments we perceive as delays are actually periods of preparation, of refinement, of quiet cultivation? Every challenge you face, every waiting period, every no, is not a punishment, it is a teacher. It is the universe asking you to strengthen, to deepen, to mature before stepping into what is waiting for you. There is also a delicate wisdom in the timing of others. Often, we see someone else achieving their dreams and think we are falling behind. We feel resentment, envy, or self-doubt. Yet their journey is not yours, and your path unfolds according to your readiness. To compare your timing with that of another is to misunderstand the intelligence of the process. Each of us is being guided in ways that are unique to our own growth. What may appear delayed to you may in fact be perfectly aligned with the inner development required for your next step. Trust, then, is not passive. It is an active choice to believe in the unseen work within yourself, to respect the rhythm of your own becoming. It is important to understand that timing often feels inconvenient, awkward, or mysterious. The right opportunity may arrive when you are exhausted, when you feel least prepared, or when the world seems chaotic. And this is intentional. For it is in the crucible of these moments, when our faculties are tested, when our readiness is uncertain, that true growth emerges. The universe does not give gifts before we are capable of receiving them. It does not grant wisdom before we are prepared to wield it. And so, the waiting, the delay, the invisible preparation is not arbitrary. It is precisely what allows us to meet our destiny fully, with clarity, strength, and confidence. Let us embrace this rhythm. Let us acknowledge that life's unfolding is more profound than our impatience allows us to see. We do not need to force the universe to align with our timetable, for the universe is infinitely patient, infinitely intelligent, infinitely caring. It is preparing for us as much as we are preparing for it. And when the moment arrives, when the opportunity, the answer, the breakthrough presents itself, we will recognize it. We will be ready, because the time will be right, and in that readiness, we will find not only what we sought, but also the fullness of what we were always meant to become. Trust in this process. Your timing is perfect. The world is moving in your favor, whether you can see it now or not. Everything you need will arrive at precisely the moment you are ready to receive it. Every experience you endure, every challenge you face, every moment of doubt or fear is not accidental. Life does not simply test you for the sake of struggle. It tests you because it sees the potential within you. You are being prepared, shaped, and refined for something far greater than the present moment can reveal. Too often, we view hardships as setbacks, as signs that we have failed, or that the world is against us. And yet, these very moments are the unseen laboratories where your character is strengthened, where your capacity to receive the extraordinary is being built. If you could see the full tapestry of your life, you would understand that each trial is not a punishment, but a refinement, a necessary step in the unfolding of who you are meant to become. Consider the process of refining silver. The metal is raw, unshaped, imperfect. To remove the impurities, it must be exposed to intense heat. The flames are uncomfortable, even painful, and yet without them, the silver could never reach its true brilliance. The fire does not destroy it, it purifies it. So too are the challenges in your life. They are the flames that awaken your resilience, your strength, your understanding. It is easy to desire the rewards, the recognition, the success, the breakthrough, without acknowledging the preparation that must come first. But the preparation is where your inner capacity grows. Without it, any triumph would be fleeting, shallow, incomplete. Many people look at success and wonder why it seems to favor others while they themselves are still waiting. They see someone else achieving what they long for and feel despair, impatience, or envy. Yet these comparisons miss the truth. Every individual is on a unique path, and each person's readiness determines when their moment arrives. The universe does not give more than you are prepared to handle, and it does not present the extraordinary before you have developed the strength, clarity, and wisdom to receive it. Your waiting is not wasted, it is preparation. Every experience, every lesson, every period of doubt is an invisible shaping of your abilities, your vision, your capacity for what is to come. Sometimes preparation is not about acquiring more skills, knowledge, or resources. It is about the quiet internal transformation. It is in learning patience, in learning to trust the unseen, in learning to remain calm when circumstances are uncertain. These qualities are forged in the stillness of waiting, in the humility of surrendering control, in the courage to endure discomfort without giving in to despair. You may not see the progress as it happens, and often you cannot measure it, but the growth is real, and it is preparing you to recognize your opportunity when it arrives. You will know it not only because it appears, but because you have been transformed to receive it fully. Your struggles also teach you empathy and wisdom. The challenges you face create depth in your understanding of life and others. Without the pain, the setbacks, and the moments of confusion, you would never develop the insight necessary to navigate the responsibilities that come with success. The universe does not merely want you to succeed, it wants you to succeed with awareness, with integrity, with purpose. And this requires preparation. It requires the invisible work of shaping not just your skills, but your character. There is a profound beauty in realizing that preparation is not wasted time. Every day that feels ordinary, every season that feels stagnant, every setback that feels discouraging is actually an essential part of your journey. You are accumulating strength, patience, insight, and resilience that will allow you to step into your moment fully ready. And when that moment comes, you will not be surprised, nor will you be unprepared. You will recognize it immediately, not only because it aligns with your circumstances, but because your inner self has been refined to meet it. Do not allow the impatience of the mind to overshadow the wisdom of the process. Do not fear the delay, for it is in the waiting that your capacity grows. Trust that life is preparing you, shaping you, and guiding you toward the exact moment when your readiness meets your opportunity. Every hardship is a step forward, every challenge a teacher, every delay a refining fire. You are being prepared for greatness, and what is coming for you will not only meet your expectations, it will exceed them, because you will be ready to embrace it in its fullness. The preparation you undergo today is the very foundation of the triumphs you will experience tomorrow. To truly align with the right timing in life, one must first understand oneself. This is a journey that requires honesty, courage, and introspection, for the path forward is illuminated only by the clarity with which you know who you are. Many of us move through life without pausing to reflect, without asking the questions that matter most. Who am I beneath the surface? What do I truly desire? What are my strengths, my weaknesses, my fears, my passions? These are not idle questions. They are the keys to understanding the rhythms of our own lives, the compass that allows us to navigate the currents of destiny. Without this self-knowledge, timing loses its meaning. Opportunities may present themselves, but without the awareness to recognize them, they slip past unnoticed. We often confuse action with progress. We fill our days with movement, activity, and noise, thinking that busyness equates to advancement. Yet without self-awareness, our actions are like arrows shot in the dark. They may move us, but not necessarily forward in the direction we are meant to go. To be truly prepared for the right moment, you must cultivate a deep sense of who you are and what you are capable of. This requires reflection on both the light and the shadow within you, the qualities you are proud of, and the aspects of yourself you might prefer to ignore. By acknowledging the full spectrum of your inner world, you gain the insight necessary to make choices that align with your authentic self. Self-knowledge also allows you to recognize the patterns in your life, the recurring lessons, the subtle nudges from the universe that point the way. Often, we repeat cycles without understanding why. We encounter the same challenges, make similar mistakes, or face comparable obstacles, and we wonder why life seems to hold us back. In truth, these repetitions are teachers, gently guiding us toward deeper understanding. The key is not to resist them, but to observe them, to reflect on the ways in which we respond, and to learn from them. Each cycle is an opportunity to refine our awareness, to strengthen our judgment, and to prepare ourselves to seize the moment when it arrives. Clarity about oneself also brings clarity about what is truly important. Many distractions in life, fears, doubts, societal pressures, the expectations of others, cloud our vision. They create urgency around things that are not essential and drain our energy from what matters most. When you understand yourself, when you know what aligns with your purpose and what does not, you are better able to discern what opportunities deserve your attention and what should be released. This discernment is not merely practical, it is transformative. It allows you to wait for the right timing with confidence, knowing that you are ready to embrace what is meant for you and to release what is not. There is also a profound freedom that comes with self-knowledge. When you understand your motivations, your fears, and your capacities, you are no longer at the mercy of external forces. You no longer chase after validation, success, or recognition that does not resonate with your authentic self. Instead, you move through life with intentionality, guided by an inner compass that points toward what is genuinely aligned with your growth and purpose. In this way, preparation for the right moment is not simply about readiness, it is about alignment. When your inner world is in harmony with your external actions, timing naturally unfolds in your favor. The process of self-discovery is not always comfortable. It requires confronting aspects of yourself you might rather avoid, facing truths that challenge your assumptions, and questioning long-held beliefs. But it is in this discomfort that the most profound growth occurs. Just as the seed must push through soil and resist the weight above it to emerge as a plant, you must push through layers of pretense, fear, and habit to reveal the fullness of your potential. Every insight gained about yourself, every truth faced and integrated, strengthens your ability to act decisively when the right opportunity arises. Remember that timing is not merely external, it is internal as well. You will encounter moments that appear to be opportunities, but if your inner self is not aligned, they may pass unnoticed or fail to bear fruit. Preparation, then, is not only about external circumstances, it is about cultivating awareness, presence, and understanding within yourself. The more intimately you know yourself, the more attuned you become to the rhythms of life. You begin to recognize the subtle signals, the whispers of guidance, and the patterns that indicate when the moment is right. Self-knowledge is the foundation upon which readiness is built. It allows you to trust not only the timing of the world around you, but also your own ability to act when the moment arrives. Without it, timing is accidental. With it, timing becomes a dance in which every step is deliberate, conscious, and aligned with your purpose. By looking within, you prepare yourself not only to meet life as it comes, but to receive it fully, with awareness, clarity, and strength. Patience is a virtue often misunderstood. Many believe that waiting is passive, that those who are patient are merely idle, letting life pass them by. But true patience is not passive at all. It is a form of active engagement with the present, a conscious choice to align with the rhythm of life, rather than to resist it. It is the understanding that every moment of waiting, every delay, every pause carries purpose. To be patient is to cultivate strength, clarity, and endurance, even when the outcome is uncertain. It is to trust in the unseen, to know that the universe, in its infinite wisdom, orchestrates events in ways that cannot always be measured by our limited understanding. Impatience often comes from a desire for control, the belief that we must force life to unfold according to our schedule. We rush, we push, we seek immediate results, believing that the faster we act, the sooner our dreams will materialize. And yet, rushing can be detrimental. It blinds us to the lessons that are present, it blinds us to opportunities that are hidden, and it blinds us to the growth taking place within ourselves. Patience, on the other hand, allows the necessary inner work to take place. It cultivates resilience, discipline, and insight. It teaches us to endure discomfort without surrendering to fear or frustration, to move forward even when progress feels imperceptible. Consider the nature of a river. A river does not carve its path through force alone. It flows steadily, persistently, adapting to every obstacle in its way. Over time, it shapes valleys, nourishes the land, and creates life. Its power is not instantaneous but accumulative, built through consistency, perseverance, and patience. In life, progress is often like this river. The steps may seem small, the results imperceptible, yet each moment of patience, each act of endurance, contributes to the larger work that is being done. The world may not recognize your progress immediately, and you may not see the full impact of your efforts right away. Yet the accumulation of consistent, patient action builds the foundation for transformation. Patience also allows clarity to emerge. When we rush, our vision is clouded by desire, expectation, and anxiety. We may act hastily, making choices that are misaligned with our purpose or timing. By waiting, by pausing and observing, we give ourselves the opportunity to see the situation fully, to recognize the signs, and to respond with intention rather than impulse. Patience sharpens judgment. It gives space for reflection, for awareness, for discernment. It teaches us that sometimes the best action is no action at all, that sometimes waiting is the most powerful choice we can make. Waiting is often accompanied by discomfort. It tests our faith, our resolve, and our self-control. But it is precisely in this discomfort that growth occurs. Patience is forged in the tension between desire and restraint, between longing and acceptance. Every moment spent waiting, every challenge endured without giving in to frustration, strengthens the mind, sharpens the character, and deepens the understanding of life's rhythms. It teaches humility, reminding us that not everything is within our control, and that surrender to the natural flow of time is not weakness but wisdom. There is also a profound spiritual dimension to patience. Life's timing is rarely random. Opportunities, relationships, successes, and insights arrive when the conditions are ripe, not simply when we wish them to appear. The universe prepares us in ways that are often invisible, equipping us with the skills, the perspective, and the resilience necessary to meet what is coming. Impatience can blind us to this preparation, while patience allows us to participate fully in the unfolding of our own growth. It transforms waiting from a period of frustration into a period of active becoming. Patience is intimately connected with trust. To be patient is to trust that the delay is meaningful, that the timing is precise, that the unseen work within and around you is real and effective. It is to understand that life is not a race but a process, that the measure of our progress is not the speed with which events occur, but the depth and integrity with which we prepare ourselves for them. Every pause, every interval, every season of apparent inactivity is a step forward in disguise, a quiet shaping of our readiness to embrace the extraordinary. In learning patience, we also cultivate gratitude. We begin to see that the moments we have, the experiences we endure, and the journey itself are gifts, even when they are difficult or challenging. Patience teaches us to value the process, to honor the preparation, and to recognize that what comes to us at the right time will carry far more meaning because we have waited, because we have grown, and because we are ready to receive it fully. True patience is a strength, a discipline, and a form of wisdom. It allows us to move through life with clarity, grace, and confidence, knowing that everything unfolds when it is meant to, and that every moment of waiting is a moment of preparation, refinement, and alignment with what is truly meant for us. The power of patience is that it transforms waiting into becoming. Life communicates with us in ways that are subtle, quiet, and often easy to overlook. It is rarely blunt or forceful. Instead, the universe whispers through signs, through coincidences, through patterns that appear almost like magic, yet are deeply intentional. These signs are not random. They are markers, gentle nudges guiding us toward the path we are meant to follow. To recognize them, we must be present, attentive, and willing to see beyond the surface of daily life. Every experience, every encounter, every unexpected event may carry meaning if we learn to look with awareness. Too often, we dismiss these moments as mere chance. We call them coincidences, accidents, or luck. Yet there is a rhythm beneath the apparent chaos, a hidden intelligence that arranges these events in a way that aligns with our readiness, our growth, and our journey. The moment you meet the right person, the opportunity that appears just as you are prepared to act, the insight that arrives in a quiet hour. All these are signs that you are being guided. The universe communicates not with urgency, but with timing that mirrors your preparedness. If you are unaware, these messages may pass unnoticed, and the opportunity may slip by. But if you are attentive, you begin to see the patterns, to read the signals, to understand the subtle language of life. Intuition is the key to recognizing these signs. It is the quiet voice within that senses alignment, that feels resonance, that nudges you toward the right decision. Often, it is a feeling, a pull, a sudden clarity that cannot be explained logically. Many dismiss intuition because it is invisible, because it cannot be measured, because it does not conform to the expectations of reason. But intuition is the mind's way of perceiving the broader patterns of life, of understanding the unseen forces at work, of connecting with timing that is larger than any individual plan. When you cultivate your awareness and trust your instincts, you are better able to see the signs, to follow them, and to act decisively when the moment is right. Synchronicities are another form of guidance. These are moments when events align in a meaningful way, when what appears to be coincidence actually points to a deeper order. Perhaps you think of someone and they appear unexpectedly. Perhaps a book, a conversation, or a chance encounter provides the insight you were seeking. These are not accidents. They are signals that you are moving in alignment with your path. To miss them is to miss the guidance that life is offering, yet to notice them is to feel the current of destiny flowing toward you. The universe conspires not against you, but in favor of those who are prepared to see and respond. Recognizing these signs requires patience and presence. Life does not shout its messages, it whispers them. If you are distracted, overwhelmed, or impatient, you may fail to notice the subtle cues that point the way. But if you slow down, observe, and reflect, you begin to perceive the guidance woven into your daily life. Every circumstance, every meeting, every experience can carry meaning if approached with awareness. The smallest detail, a repeated number, a chance remark, an unexpected opportunity, can be the signal that shifts your entire trajectory. It is also essential to understand that the signs are aligned with your readiness. An opportunity may present itself, but if you are not prepared internally, you may not recognize it, or you may not be able to act effectively. Timing and preparation are inseparable. The signs appear not just as gifts, but as invitations, inviting you to grow, to become, to align yourself with what is coming. This is why patience, self-knowledge, and inner work are crucial. When your inner world is prepared, the external signals become clear, and you are able to move with confidence and clarity when the moment arrives. Sometimes the signs are subtle confirmations of choices you have already made. Other times, they are gentle course corrections, steering you away from paths that are not aligned with your highest good. In both cases, the ability to perceive and interpret these signals is a skill that grows with awareness, reflection, and experience. Life is always speaking. It is up to us to listen, to observe, and to act with understanding. The beauty of recognizing these signs is that it creates a sense of harmony and trust. You begin to understand that you are not alone, that the forces of life are not random, that guidance is always available when you are ready to see it. When your inner self is aligned with the rhythm of life, the right opportunities, the right people, and the right moments appear naturally. You move not by force, but in flow. You act not in desperation, but in resonance with the timing that is meant for you. To see these signs is to participate actively in the unfolding of your life, to recognize the invisible hand guiding your path, and to respond with clarity and confidence. Every coincidence is a lesson, every alignment a confirmation, every whisper a reminder that the universe is conspiring in your favor. When you learn to observe, trust, and act upon the signs, life becomes a dialogue rather than a struggle, a journey guided rather than a path blindly walked. Trusting the process is one of the most difficult yet essential aspects of navigating life. We are trained to seek control, to demand certainty, and to believe that understanding every detail will shield us from disappointment. And yet, life rarely unfolds in a straight line. It rarely moves according to our precise plans. The moments we cannot predict, the detours, the pauses, and even the setbacks are all part of a larger pattern that cannot always be seen from where we stand. Trusting the process is about surrendering the illusion of control and embracing the flow of life with openness and faith. It is understanding that the unseen work, both within and around us, is shaping us for what is coming. Often, we mistake uncertainty for failure or danger. When we cannot see the end of a challenge or the outcome of a situation, anxiety fills the space, and we feel compelled to act prematurely. We try to force solutions, to push doors open that are not ready to yield, to climb ladders that are not yet sturdy. And in doing so, we risk moving out of alignment with what is truly meant for us. Trusting the process does not mean passivity. It does not mean waiting for life to happen without engagement. Rather, it is active patience, a conscious choice to participate fully in the present while acknowledging that not all things are yet revealed. It is preparation combined with acceptance, effort combined with surrender. Life often has a way of teaching us through paradox. The very moments that seem confusing, uncertain, or even disappointing are frequently the most powerful catalysts for growth. They stretch our perception, challenge our assumptions, and push us to deepen our resilience. Without these moments, we would approach our opportunities unprepared, unaware of the lessons we needed to integrate. Trusting the process means believing that even the discomfort has meaning, that every trial carries a message, and that the universe's timing is never arbitrary. It is understanding that what appears as delay is often preparation, and that what appears as chaos may be a necessary reordering for what is to come. It is also important to recognize that trusting the process is not about ignoring reality or avoiding action. On the contrary, it requires vigilance, awareness, and engagement with life. It requires the courage to continue forward despite uncertainty, the wisdom to discern when to act and when to wait, and the humility to accept that some forces are beyond our control. In this balance, trust is cultivated. It is reinforced through experience, through reflection, and through repeated acknowledgement that life, even when unclear, moves toward fulfillment in ways that cannot always be foreseen. Trusting the process also allows for resilience in the face of setbacks. When things do not unfold as expected, when opportunities seem to close, or when outcomes differ from our desires, trust provides the anchor. It reminds us that this moment, too, is part of the journey, that every twist and turn is shaping our readiness, and that the ultimate alignment will come when the time is right. In this way, trust becomes both shield and guide. It steadies us in uncertainty and illuminates the path forward. The deeper we trust, the more we recognize the interplay between our preparation and the timing of the world around us. When we cultivate readiness through patience, awareness, and growth, we are positioned to recognize the opportunities that arise naturally. Trusting the process is the bridge between preparation and opportunity, the invisible thread connecting our inner work with the external moments that bring transformation. It is the understanding that life is not a series of random events, but a coherent unfolding, a dialogue between our readiness and the world's rhythm, between effort and timing, between becoming and receiving. When we embrace trust, we allow ourselves to move through life with calm assurance, knowing that even when the path is unclear, we are guided, prepared, and supported. If you want, I can now expand key point 7, completing the final key point in a way that naturally ties together preparation, action, and timing for a powerful conclusion. Preparation alone is not enough. Readiness, patience, awareness, and trust all form the foundation. But the final piece of the journey is action. Action is the moment when all the inner work meets the external world, when what has been nurtured, strengthened, and refined is brought into expression. The right time will not yield to hesitation, nor will opportunity wait for the uncertain. Timing favors those who are ready not only in spirit and mind, but in movement and choice. To prepare and to wait without action is like planting a seed and leaving it buried in the soil. The potential is there, but it cannot emerge until it is met with movement, until it is given space to grow. Many fear action because it carries risk, uncertainty, and the possibility of failure. They wait for perfect conditions, a flawless plan, or complete understanding. Yet life rarely offers such certainty. The right moment often comes imperfectly, incomplete, or unexpectedly. The difference between those who achieve and those who remain stagnant is not that they avoid mistakes, but that they act despite imperfection. Action does not demand certainty, it demands courage,